Cool. All right, so the last few weeks we've been working on our leg lever escape from here, where the person has my arm. The first thing I want to do is put my arm in front, get on my side here like this. This is nice, like that. Then I'm going to bring my legs up. Most of the time you can catch their head. You can bring your leg up and catch their head and use that to help you get up. But you don't have to. If you walk away further, you've made enough space behind them that you can use your legs to drive onto them here, and then you can get up. So I like that as a first scarf hold escape. But what we're going to learn pretty quickly is that we don't even want them grabbing their head. Sometimes we don't have a choice. Maybe they did a head arm throw from standing and that's how we landed. I mean, the ideal would be that as he's going to reach for my head, is that I can just pass it over. So if the person's sitting back a little bit from here and he goes to grab my head, my reflex should be to pass it over so that he doesn't get control. But I like to start pessimistically. So he has my head like this, but I don't want him holding onto my arm for very long, if at all. So again, I still start with the left hand between the heads, and I'm going to use my leg lever, but I'm going to use it to pull this arm out. So I'm going to swing my legs up and push and pull like this so I can get my right hand to safety. Once it's kind of tucked in behind his hip, if he grabs my cuff and pulls that out, pull it, it's not going to come out, not in a million years, right? So once I have that, depending on where his weight is, I've got two options. I can go around and get his shoulder and catch this leg. If he's leaning forwards, I can come forwards. If he's leaning backwards, like that, like trying to put weight on me, then the weight goes on my right toes. I can push my hips into him, roll them over, and then we're in our position here where we were, and the ending is the same, where we hold the shoulder, lock the leg, open them up, bring the foot over, regain our balance, open this, and get to that position there. All right, okay. So we've got a couple of options, and again, I like to start pessimistically. Beginners tend to be late, so I like to show them the hardest escapes, the ones where they're deepest in the position. And then as they get more familiar with it and they're comfortable in late positions, then we can look at like optimal being early kind of ideas. So again, maybe on an open side sit out here like this, and the person's decided they want to grab my head. Not smart for them, but the person might do it. So then I can guide this over here, and I'm behind them, right? So the first thing is always to try and prevent it, right? Is to pass it over, to not let him get that control. But if he does, the first thing I need to do is separate our heads, yeah? Not that the person's likely to bite you. I've only been bitten a couple of times on the street. It's very rare. It's more that it hinders escapes for me. It really like halves my opportunity for escape options. So I want to keep our heads apart here like this. He's got my arm a little bit. I use my legs to pull it out. Parking myself here, so now my elbow is very hard to get my elbow out. Once I have it out, I can come in close and get hold of this arm or the shoulder that I'm going to use to pull his weight over me. I can get the leg, I start pushing into him. If he's leaning forwards, then my right toes start pushing forwards also. Hand goes between the heads now. He'll pull this arm into safety, and then you'll end up on the back here, usually with a gift wrap of some description here like that. Okay? Or if I'm here, I've got my arm out, I've tucked in here, got the leg, and if he's leaning backwards trying to put weight on me, that's where I'm taking him. Wherever he's going. Here, open him up, hand in front of the knee, grab the shoulder, open them. He's bringing the knee in, slide it, put your knee in, catch the elbow, foot, get to a nice position here. Cool? So there's like half a dozen different escapes from scarf hold. So far we've done 4, right? Get on it.